Hi Aquarius, this is your end of January and all of February reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome to my channel. These readings are timeless, so if you are catching this message at another time and the title caught your eye, then there's definitely a message here for you. So let's start by clearing the energy. Deep breath in and let it out. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give Aquarius divine messages for their highest good for end of January and all of February 2026. We welcome you and we thank you for being here. I'm going to start by pulling a couple of oracle cards and we can take a look and see what themes are coming up for you this month. Aquarius, let's see here. My cat has joined us for the reading. This is Odie. All right, let's see here. We have Ascendant, Entrance. Like you're rising to like a new level, which is granting you access, like an entrance to a new something. Like you could have finished school and now you're like going into the job market. You could have gone up in your career ladder and now you're going into like a better position at a new place, or this could literally be spiritual ascending, like getting into your spiritual path, and then this is putting you in touch with new people. That's giving you entrance into new places. There's a lot of ways that can shake out, so we'll see as we get into the tarot how it connects with your tarot reading. And then we have Hearth, Vesta. There is some emphasis on the home this month, and like keeping the flame lit at home so that you have like a warm and cozy space to come home to. Some emphasis on either keeping the energy in the home flowing, keeping expenditures and inputs and outputs like flowing, or it could just be that you're like putting some extra effort into making the space really cozy at this time, so that you can enjoy it more. And then the last card was Introspection, 12th house, and this is about going within, taking the time to tune your chakras up, ground and balance, meditate. This is about spending time in your own mind to process unresolved trauma, wounds, to come up with new conclusions of how you feel now and going forward, to like really process with all the information coming at us lately, in the world, and also with our loved ones. There's always a lot, we don't always have the time to go within to really like process these things and how we feel about it, and to be able to make like wise and sound decisions, because a lot of times we're just kind of rushed into making a decision due to lack of time. So it says that, yeah, you're spending time at home and going into introspection, and like rising, ascending to new levels. It feels very spiritual to me. All right, let's see what's next. All right, so we've got the tarot here. Odie's sort of in my way. I wonder if I can relocate him. Let's see here. Odie. Let's see here. Oop. Okay, stay. There we go. Perfect. All right, so let's get into the tarot and see what's going on with you. I'm going to pull a few cards here, and we'll get a story kind of laid out. Oh, what was that? We'll get a story kind of laid out, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll clarify it. You've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, right side up. The Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. Two sword cards in reverse. What else is coming up for Aquarius? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Seems like you're going to have a lot of luck this month. Somebody else just had a lot of luck. I believe it was Capricorn. Pulled 3 lucky cards. Oh, it sounded like something came out there. Got sucked back in. Okay, let me get a little bit more here. So, okay. So Queen of Cups, like you're acting from your heart. You have emotional maturity, and you're coming from a like a place of love. You act. You're motivated by love in your actions and how you see the world. But you are a mature, strong person who's really like leveled up as in this ascendant, leveled up to get here. It's taken some time and navigating the world, but here you are, embodied here with gold coins at your feet. Just very like feminine, intuitive energy. You're like trusting of yourself here. But the Queen of Swords, this could be like your shadow self, or this could be like another person. The Queen of Swords is somebody that's very intelligent, very smart, can like cut through like bullshit, when somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. It's very, the sword is a sword of clarity, so it's very easy for you to see through people's webs that they try to weave. But in reverse, it can mean like a cold and cutting kind of conversationalist, somebody that's sharp, in reverse especially, quick. This could be the two dualities of you, like, you're motivated by love, but maybe in your position you've had to be, a woman, like maybe this Page of Swords, I don't know, is this a child? Pages tend to be children. Also swords, like maybe they're putting you this position to also be like sparring, debating. What else could this be? And then with the Wheel of Fortune, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Why do we have the Wheel of Fortune here? So the Queen of Cups represents you at this time. This is like, your motivation, where you're coming from. But lately, you felt some sparring, and you felt like you've had to be put in this place where you have to like defend yourself and to give a lot of direction. Why else is sorry. Yeah, it's like you're just done being that. You want to step into your Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles era, where you're like really stable and grounded, and you don't have to juggle as much. You can have more fun, and make really good memories. So, and I believe this has to do with like your spiritual ascension here that you've been going through, and like turning that situation around has like made you just really strong. Oh yeah, this is going on in the home because you got the Hearth card, so that is, and like it looks like now you are making good memories. So like whatever this trouble has been, that is in the past, and like it's like a resolved conflict. And so because of this growth, it's bringing you the Wheel of Fortune and a lot of luck. It comes with like a lot of momentum, and it's in the universe's hands now, this reward. It will land on one of these places, but you just don't know when, and it usually happens very quickly, but you're being rewarded. It's like the scales of karmic justice are coming into balance for you at this time. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for Aquarius? What is this fortune? What is this Wheel of Fortune? What is this luck for Aquarius? Doesn't want to tell me. Let's see. Why is this Wheel of Fortune here for Aquarius? No. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Like I said, the karmic scales of justice are coming into balance. Like this is like owed to you in some way for turning around this bad situation into something that is really good for you, your family, and the people around you. And so you're receiving this luck because karmically, like, you know, it's your good energy is coming back to you. Page of Pentacles. So yeah, you know, it's like you and your child go from this energy upside down in reverse, which is very like cold and quibbling and debating, to like this energy, this very earthy, grounded, stable energy. Here, let's put it this way. So they're facing each other, and here they're not, right? So it's something that you've been working on. You said no more, and like, you know, you've been working on this and communicating with them, and now you're making these good memories, and this is like, you know, it's about time, because you're not in this place of lack anymore. You had to endure this type of time to receive this type of time, or it just felt like, you know, the scales coming into balance. It's like the opposite end of the pendulum. One is like doing very wonderful. Oh, and the moon. You got the moon. So, like, you used your intuition. You followed your intuition. And that's making you very lucky. You know, you trusted your gut even when you weren't sure. You know, when you were second guessing yourself, you trusted, you know, your intuition and like what you knew to be true with the best of your ability. And you know, you like remove this toxicity from the situation. You know, I'm getting that there was like some long heart-to-hearts, lots of, you know, talking therapy, trips to grow your bond closer. Maybe you were working a lot in the past or doing something, and now you've become much closer. Yeah. And you just like, you have this spirituality now that you didn't have in the past. It's really helping to bring it all together. I'm still not clear exactly. That doesn't feel like luck, but it didn't want to really answer that one. So I'm saying just look out for this good fortune that's coming your way sometime in February. Sorry, my cat is doing the Temptations thing. Come here. Come here. Okay, so what do we have? Where is this going? Now that this relationship is repaired, like what is the future outcomes here? You know, yeah, it looks like you put a lot of stuff behind you. You've worked on a lot. You've received like spiritual advice. You know, you've done everything in your ability to really like work hard on this situation and to like increase these bonds with this young person in your life. Okay, so let's see. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? What luck are we going to see here? What is luck does Aquarius have to look forward to? Still doesn't want to come out. Okay, so let's see here. What is happening at the end of February for Aquarius? What is going on at the end of February for Aquarius? Any messages for end of February for Aquarius? Spirit. Okay, you got the Emperor. Yeah, it's like you're so organized that like you're untouchable and like your opponents can't get to you anymore. You fortified yourself. You're much stronger now. And like you can plan for these things. Like you've maneuvered a lot of battles, and so like you're very adept at like your moves here. So like, you know, you're untouchable. Anybody trying to be in competition is no match for you here in the future. And what is why are they in competition? What is this for the second half of February? So in this case, you're the Emperor, right? And so you got the, there's like a decision that you need to make that you've been in contemplation about. And it's kind of, you've kind of been like dissociating a little bit. Like you just haven't had time to really think about it, or maybe you didn't want to think about it. Something that's coming up, you know, like you need to have clarity about it, but it's time to put down like the weight of this decision. And to take the blinders off so you can have clear sight to really like weigh out, you know, to see what's really going on right in front of you, you know, and to make like connection here. What is this about for Aquarius here? What is this Emperor and the Two Swords and the Four of Cups? What is this all about? Why? What's this decision and why are they dissociating about it? Yeah, it's like you have a new perspective, brand new perspective, and it's, you know, like it's really like this is brand new, but it's because you've been working on this for some time. You've gone through all the stages all the way to the 10, and now you're at the 1, so you're at the beginning of this next level up stage that we're talking about, this ascension. So you're crowned with, you know, a golden crown, and then also like these holly of success, and even like it looks like flames. So you've got this newfound clarity because you've reached this new stage in your life, and it's bringing some like conflict and competition here. You know, like it feels like people are testing their boundaries with you. And you have the King of Wands in reverse. Did you have the Queen of Wands? You have the King of Wands in reverse is somebody that can be very stern. It kind of feels like they're like the King of Wands in reverse to your Emperor. So this is something new that's coming up in the future. They're like, you know, honestly, it's like people see that you're glowing, you're happy, that you've made all these changes, and they see your luck, and they're like, why can't I do that? Why can't I have that? Like, I'm just as good as they are, but they don't, they don't know where you've come from and the work that you've done to get here. You know, why is this King of Wands here? What is this? What's the King of Wands in reverse here? Yeah, you know, it's like you've done the work. You've worked really hard on this, and it's like people just, some people will never be able to see the amount of hard work it takes to get here where you've gotten. But Spirit knows. Spirit knows what you've done, and so there's no need to to put yourself in competition, like rise above that. You know, they may try, but you're not like taking the bait. You're not taking the bait. You're busy working. You're busy. You're like doing your thing, and people are trying to compete with you, but they're no match here. So let's see here. Let's try from this deck. I want to see if, what's this luck? What is this luck that Aquarius has? Oh, too many. Yeah, it's just saying it's, you know, you've risen above these, your luck is due to you rising above from these misfortunes. You changing your life. You like getting yourself out of the situation. The luck is that you can get yourself out of a lot of sticky situations. You know, you've been through a lot and you always rise above. You always fall back on your feet like a cat. And, you know, the luck is that you have patience. You're temperate. You don't fly off the handle. You don't let people walk over you. You have balance. And you also, oh, that's your luck. Your luck is, this is an angel, is that you are divinely protected by your guides, your ancestors, your spirit team. They watch over you. And yeah. And let's see, that didn't really fit. You don't, you know, your playfulness protects you. Is that your joy? Your kind heart. And the fact that you're good to people, you know, this is why you're lucky. This is why you're lucky. This is the luck that you have. All right, so let's see here. Any other blessings? What blessings can Capricorn expect to see this month? What blessings are coming in? Capricorns. Oh, sorry, Aquarius. Aquarius is like, what blessings for Aquarius? End of February. What you don't see coming. Ah! Oh my God. I couldn't have predicted that. What you don't see coming is a tower. You know, some things topple over because they were built on like not a sturdy foundation. So like maybe, you know, you've planned, you've prepared, but there's still like a tower moment. This competition is, there's some upheaval here. And like something that you didn't want to look at with this competition, that you were too busy in contemplation to notice. You know, this is all going on behind the scenes while you were working, all of this like disease and tension, but you are coming around to have this mental clarity. So with the tower, with what you don't see coming, is the magician, is that you have everything, all the assets that you need to like to turn this change into a desired outcome for you, like to alchemize this change to be in your benefit. So if this is like a work situation that's going away, you're going to be able to get like a better job, you know, and keep this stability in the hearth. That's probably why you have the hearth coming up here. You know, maybe you were working so hard on your spiritual side that you didn't realize that there was like a problem, a practical problem here at work with these people who seem to be in competition, don't appreciate what you went through, are trying to compete with you, to show you up in some way, but they can't, right? Because you're the magician. And then you need time for rest and reflection after this tower moment. I know this comes in as a blessing, and I know that can be hard to hear because towers come in as sudden change, and oftentimes it's not something that we're expecting or even want, and don't really see the value of this change until after a ways after it has happened, and then you realize that you've like we're able to start this new thing that is even better for you, right? So you need time to like rest and reflect, to appreciate this tower moment, what this is doing for you, and like, you know, to have the intuition to know that like, you know, nothing happens without you in mind. Like, spirit has your own best interest in favor. Like, it's in your best interest that spirit is taking this something out of your life, that this change is coming here. Because you are like on a spiritual journey here, and she's the high priestess. She, like, it's a quiet kind of knowing, and like, once you change enough, like, you can't, like, fit in when you're this. It's very hard to compete with people like this. Like, it's just not going to happen. And so, like, sometimes, removing yourself from the situation to have a better situation that is more in line with where you're going and in your future, and, like, more meaningful, more spiritual, more emotionally rewarding, helping people. And it's like, it's a wish fulfillment. The luck is bringing in this wish fulfillment. If you don't have a wish you're working on, make sure you figure out what it is that you want or what you're wishing for. So when this tower comes in, then you have a direction to go in, and you direct this change. And it builds momentum into what it is that you actually really want. You have, like, a lot of choices right now. It might be scary, or you in the future, at the end of February, you're going to have a lot of choices. So it says to choose wisely, conserve your energy, ground, and just know that your spirit team is here, like, guiding over you. That you're divinely protected by these angels that favor you in your life. It's going to take you on a big journey. You're really going to take this opportunity and go. Maybe not physically, but for a lot of you, yes, physically, you're going to take a physical journey. But for some of you, this is like you were just going to journey out of, this kind of, like, overworking, toxic workplace here. It's just not, it doesn't work where you're going. It's not in line with your moral values anymore. And so you walk away, you take that walk, through the mountains for that spiritual journey. This is actually an eclipse too, and that goes really well with the tower, because it talks about there being a lot of change, and also there is an eclipse on February 17th that I think a lot of Aquariuses are going to be feeling the effects of. A lot of the signs will be feeling the effects of it, but Aquarius is, like, right up there on the top, feeling this particular eclipse right now, along with, like, Taurus and a couple other signs, I believe. So there's a lot going on, but I feel that you are going to take this new adventure, and really run with it in this direction, so it's, like, in your favor. It's like a spiritual quest, a spiritual journey. Where did that card go? No, a spiritual journey. Whether, maybe you just find a job that's more in line with your values, or maybe it's something that you've been studying for, but for whatever reason, it kind of seems like the catalyst for your luck, it's like your values change, and then you see, and you kind of fix your home situation and, like, get everything, all your ducks in a row at home, and then it allows you to see, well, hey, this work situation, that's adding you to my whole life too, and so now I want to change that too. And you've got luck on your side, and divine protection, your guardians, your ancestors. It's really beautiful. Let's just pull a couple of these moon cards to see what other blessings you have. You've got it. Sometimes during the heavy readings, we really can't ask for enough blessings, but you have to remember, these heavy things happen in our favor so that we can work change in our benefit, so that we can have more rewarding lives. I truly believe that. So you have the silver dollar. I feel like that you will be able to, you'll have the money that you need. You'll be you repaired your financial stability. Maybe you've been saving for this, or with the Wheel of Fortune, you have a lot of support, unexpected windfall, to help you with that. And then what other moon messages are there for Aquarius? What moon messages? I think you're going to be feeling a lot of energy in February. There's going to be a lot of shifts in the planets, and moon blues. Yeah, it might have you in your blues for a minute, but that's not going to last long. Where you're going, you don't need the blues. You don't need the blues anymore. Okay, anything else for Aquarius? Oh, new moon. New moon. So it's, what do you want to bring into your life? You've cleared this space, and you've kind of like spiritually cleared space in your life, and it seems that you will, in work or whoever, these could also be friends, this work situation, but you're clearing the space in your life. So what do you want to bring into your life? The new moon is asking you to write a list of things that you want. Like, what is it that you're wishing for with this wish fulfillment? Like, what is it that you really want here? And if you're not sure what that is, it's really time to start wild dreaming. So, because you have this luck on your side, and you want to start working towards your dreams, so you have to decide what they are, right? Gosh, I hope this resonated with you, and if it didn't resonate, don't make it fit. This is a collective reading, so they won't resonate for everybody. I also do personal readings, and I'm available through video call, so you can send me a message if you're interested in that. And but if you did like this reading, please subscribe for more and like this video. Comment on it. I would really appreciate it. I'm a very small and growing channel, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much, Aquarius, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.